This NFL Picks Week 16 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
What's up? This is Los Angeles Chargers superfan Justin Decker, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green, with my partner in picks, Ryan, real money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Hello, Sean.
What's happening?
A lot going on.
Yeah, there is a lot to get to. We were just sweating out live a little college football bowl action, off to a nice start there with our college football bowl picks. I hit Jacksonville State. I hit ODU. I hit Delaware. Go back and check out that episode. Off to a nice start here, college football bowl season, Kramer.
Well, the end of one and the beginning of another. ODU was the beginning of the latest episode.
Yes.
Yeah. You combine two episodes. I don't want someone to go back and listen to an old episode.
Why not? We still get count for the. That still counts for the downloads.
That's true.
If they want to go back and listen to my amazing handicap of Jacksonville State plus 4.5, amazing CLV. Why are you depriving them at? Why are you encouraging people not to go back and listen to our great catalog of past episodes?
It would be a great activity. If you aren't like me and you have an Alexa in your home, you can just turn it on a playlist and let Alexa listen to all of our episodes.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Anything
we can train all the Alexas out there.
Yes.
Alexa, let it ride. Alexa, should I hedge?
Send in some holiday videos of you. This is a great holiday time. You're hanging out with the family. Great time. And even grab the hey, mom, can I borrow your phone? Dad, can I borrow your phone?
Oh,
subscribe. Smash the subscribe button. 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I mean, that's really, if you don't know what to get someone, get them the ultimate gift. Tons of free content and tons of free winners over at the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, the subscription sticks, and you next time you see that aunt, she's a huge fan.
She's like,
loves the TDs, loves showing her TDs.
It is so weird. Funny. I did tweet out some photos of my Aunt Trisha, who makes great, delicious cookies. And of course, she was the one last year for the Super Bowl asked if she could use our catchphrase.
Yeah.
Can I show you my TDs for some of her cookies? And then she made some and sent them in for our Super Bowl party. Shout out to you, Aunt Trish.
There's nothing in these cookies, just so we're clear.
No, they are just, she does
delicious baked buttery cookies.
Yeah. And she does it. And I've said many times, do you want me to tell people she doesn't want more orders? She has enough orders. So she's keeping it in house, but the cookies are awesome. And
well, like I said, maybe we can work it out where we bring out a batch to sign up weekend, and only if you're at sign up weekend can you like that maybe taste a cookie.
The cookies are really good.
Taste some of Sean's aunt's TD cookies. I need a longer pause there.
You got to make sure to put in the TDs or the cookies part. I don't want anyone saying, I'm here to taste Sean's aunt's TDs.
You think some people would show up for that?
Oh, well, knowing our audience, free TDs, who's going to turn those down? Our audience, judging by the reaction of my Colby Parkinson Photoshop, which graphics whiz Jake helped me with, people love good TDs. If you missed the prop show, of course, we were discussing, hey, I want to go 1 TD, 2 TDs. Why not 3 TDs? And I sent you the link, Ryan. I posted this on X, but some of our audience is not on social media. They may have missed this awesome graphic. YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast. Great reason to smash the subscribe button over there. And of course, the 3 TDs were at plus 150, 150 to 1, 2 TDs. Now, when I bet it yesterday, this morning, it was 22 to 1. And the anytime sitting there at plus 2:30. So I'd like Colby Parkinson to have a massive day.
And I don't know what, taking a second here. And I will say when we saw the first revision, it almost was a like the feeling you get when you eat something your body knows. Oh, whoops! When you eat something your body knows you're not like that's just not good. Like that is actually rotten. That's what the picture looked like. Now there was some more refinement, and now I realized that it's not actually anything about the picture other than the 3 boobs. three boobs is weird. Whatever that psychological test they do where they turn the eyes and mouth upside down and it makes the whole picture look gross.
Well, it is.
I think 3 boobs does the same thing.
There is something weird about that. Obviously 2 boobs, awesome. But then you would think, 2 boobs are great. 3 boobs. When you actually watch the movie and you see it without Colby Parkinson's head on it, the woman is attractive. She has 3 giant boobs. It's just to your point. It feels a little. Your brain knows that there's only supposed to be 2 boobs, and your hard like DNA reptilian wiring goes something's off. Danger.
It's called the Thatcher effect.
Okay.
And because the original, I guess the original use case was with a photograph of British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. Anyway, it's the idea, like we were discussing, that you take the face, you turn it upside down, it's fine. But then if you turn just the eyes and mouth upside down, the whole thing looks disgusting.
Yes, unsettled. But this works, and I'm hoping I'm getting all 3 TDs for Thursday night.
It's also the fact that it's 3 boobs, and then there's just this shit eating grin with a mustache up above it. Nothing really works, and it's just so off putting and unsettling that it's hard to turn away. It's like a train wreck.
Yes. Kramer, why don't we hop into this game? Because we're already talking about it. Rams Seattle. We had our buddy Kyle on, Kyle Kerms from the Sauce Network, breaking down that game a little bit. Talked about some of the props we like on that episode, but we got to hop in and talk about the game itself.
Thursday night. And again, alert everybody. It's not just Thursday night this week. We have Saturday games. We have Sunday games.
Get your holiday shopping done now.
Spread out nicely because we don't have any bye weeks. Rams, Seahawks. Seahawks are a pick, -110 each way. This is probably the game that has the most likely impact from weather. Expecting not only wins, which Sean, when we spoke yesterday, we said I said there's a chance there's gusty winds.
Yeah.
Now they're saying winds up to 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Also,
see, I'm call me skeptical on all this weather stuff, because anytime I'm adjusting my plays significantly based off of weather, and we're picking these games a couple days out. Now this one, luckily we're taping this Wednesday night and it's tomorrow, so it certainly has the chance to be more accurate. I feel like weather people in general hype things up so much more than they end up actually being. Now, hey, it's Seattle, it's December. I'm not doubting it. I'm just skeptical it's going to be a massive impact on the game, but maybe not. It's certainly some impact.
I found someone who had a breakdown of how the stadium was opened. It opens north to south, and this wind is going to be coming in south by southwest, and it's likely to actually have impact on the field because of that. Also, the rain might not happen. I talked a lot about rain yesterday. Now the rain might not be there.
That's the thing. I feel like I've wasted so much time of my NFL handicapping brain sitting on weather. And hey, 15 minutes before kickoff, if wind is totally destroying things, then fine. Then hammer the under. If it's snowing a bunch, that's good for the overs. That's the only thing I'm doing, because people have figured out how to throw and run the ball to a decent degree in weather. So I'm not. Again, I'm factoring it in a tiny bit, but I'm not like switching sides in a game based off the weather.
I do think that these newfangled ultra sticky gloves,
I think cold hurts more than some of the other stuff.
The wind's still the worst. I think the reason why the Seattle impact could still be there is the wind. if the ball's not spinning. If Sammy D is not able to spin it, that might be a problem. Yeah. So the total is 42. Sean, this is basically for the division, definitely for a strong likelihood of the division victory, and then also kind of the 1 seed up for grabs here. Interesting that Sam Darnold 2 years in a row was involved in a situation where it's going to be 1 seed or 5 seed, and everyone will get really upset about it when it happens. The first time these two teams played, we had the handicap of what? Well, Sam Darnold was electric against most of the NFL last year. Unfortunately, the Rams are one of the teams that he wasn't electric against. And what happened? What does he do in that first game? Was it 4 interceptions, Sean?
4 interceptions earlier this year. Now,
I saw that the latter.
Maybe are you talking about this year or last year when he also played the Rams and threw 4 interceptions on the Vikings?
Well, we could have a little deja vu there. It does seem like that is going to create a situation where everyone's on the Rams this week, which means we're not only going to be on a popular dog on Thursday night.
No.
It's Dominic the Donkey.
It is the holiday season. Someone DM me a link to a Dominic the Donkey sweater.
Nice.
It's very nice. I just, this feels like the kind of handicap where if you don't side with the donkeys, you're going to end up looking like a real asshole when Sam Darnold throws 4 more interceptions.
Yeah,
they lose the game.
Back in Sam Darnold in a big game at pick. Now, when we talked about this last night, it was Rams laying 1.5. This is evened out here to pick, and it certainly does make a little bit of difference as far as the handicap. Also, quick side notes. Shout out to Brad in the chat. This girl I got dances from, I found she was a DJ and gambler. So I sent her a link to the sports gambling podcast. I mean,
nice, Brad.
Great work.
Good to see Brad still using his strong budgetary sense.
Yeah. Brad's a character,
legend.
He loves TDs and side pieces and horse.
Yeah. And he's a great,
his words.
Great negotiator.
When it comes to the horse.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Darnold, last 3 games he's played against the Rams, 9 interceptions. He's had 2 4 interception games. I mean, remember that game in the playoffs? That wasn't even the worst game of Sam Darnold against the Rams of the last 3. The other 2 were worse. Now, yes, they were moving the ball, and certainly that was in some ways the Rams should have blown out Seattle more. Certainly getting the 4 interceptions, you would think so, and not having Devontae Adams does hurt them. Again, if you listen to the prop show, I do like Colby Parkinson. They're going to run a bunch of 13 personnel. Seattle's not great against the tight end. They've let up a bunch of production to those tight ends. And you go back to Sean McVay dominating the Seahawks, 12-6 ATS versus Seattle, 11-3 ATS since 2019, covering the spread by an average of by over 4.5 points per game. They've just really dominated them. And I get it. Seattle, that defense is really good. I do have questions about the Rams secondary. I think Seattle might have a couple opportunities to throw the ball at them. I'm skeptical that Seattle can truly establish a good running game. I know you like the over Charbonnet yards, but even the Charbonnet yards are pretty low.
It's 35.5.
Yeah, I mean, he can hit that over and not have an impact on the game. And we were alluding to this last night. Charles Cross is out, left tackle for the Seattle Seahawks, and you cannot have your starting left tackle be out when you have this Rams defensive line and you have a pseudo statue in Sam Darnold as your quarterback. That is a recipe for disaster.
Well, what happened last week for Seattle? Like I've watched a fair amount of talking about the previous week. Why did Seattle get handled by the Colts in a way where Phillip Rivers was super close to beating them at home?
Oh man, Decker was so excited
because they're the Colts, who don't have a 10 out of 10 defensive line, won up front.
Yeah.
The defensive line for the Colts played the game that they needed to play, and it created a problem. I think also, we've watched enough football in our lives to know there's guys like Sam Darnold, guys who he just can't get through the whole
He's
season.
one of these guys.
He looks good, and then when there's some elements and you're a little banged up and things aren't perfect anymore.
Yeah, I was proud of the way we responded. Let's talk about let's not react, let's respond. We don't have much time to enjoy it. Great to punch a ticket to the playoffs. Always great to play extra games. I love this football team. Excited to start preparing and recovery. Hell of a challenge Thursday night.
Now, we did hear that the plane had some mechanical problems at the airport. And fortunately for the Rams, Sean McVay was able to get off the plane and motivate the mechanics.
Well, see, you gotta get the flap here and the motor. Come on, we gotta find the socket wrench. But between us, we gotta find the wrench.
I
think actually, I think Sean McVay might be under the weather because he was traveling separately. Now the plane did get off. The players and coaches went ahead of the rest of the staff, aka the important people. So again, Jaxson Dart traveled on short notice from LA to Seattle, had no problem getting there and supporting Phillip Rivers and his grandpa ass. So I think the travel issue is not going to be one.
Much to do about nothing.
Give me the Rams as a pick. Kramer, what are you doing?
Same. I'm just not going to be on the wrong. Our handicap is so pure.
If Sam Darnold beats me, so be it.
Can't beat the Rams and the Lions.
No,
that's that.
If Sam Darnold beats us, so be it.
Also, and I didn't say a lot, but I'm also fully aware as to why the Seahawks are going to probably be I would guess they're going to be a popular, like sharp pick or whatever, like contrarian play.
I don't know because the Sharps have the Rams as their number one power rated team. So.
Yeah, as a pick, what are you going to do there? Are the injuries enough? Devontae Adams enough? No, I'm just like I said.
Yeah, I think you would as a sharp. I would, and I am rating the Charles Cross left tackle injury for Seattle is pretty big.
And we made this. Yeah, I mean the numbers even moved. So the real number. Grab these earlier today. The real number right now is 1.5 or even 2 for Seattle. What's going on?
What do you mean the real number?
I'm saying the number has moved.
Oh wow! So wait, Seattle's now 2-point favorite.
Yeah, yes.
So we lost 2 points of value because of your slides.
Because of the need for Colby had to have an artistic process.
All right. So I like the Rams even more. And shout out to Adrian in the chat pointing this out. I did have this in my notes. Forgot to get to it. Samson Nakua, Puka Nakua's brother, just got arrested for allegedly stealing a guy on the Lakers SUV. Very odd story. We'll see where that goes. But Samson Nakua of the Birmingham Stallions fame in the UFL,
taking without permission. Also, if he
got arrested, so
yeah. Also, if you remember, he did slap a fan as well in the.
It seems like a wild
UFL.
Seems like a wild dude.
All right, so let's hop over to Saturday again. Alert. 2 p.m. on the West Coast, 5 p.m. on the East Coast. We have football. Sean, you'll be. I guess this is. I will say this is like right in the middle of nap time on Saturday normally. Good luck to you. Philly heading down as we learned last year. I guess they just take a bus. Can't afford a plane.
Remember how dug in you were about
can't afford a plane ride.
Nugget that
can't afford the plane ride.
Can, but it's why would you get on a plane?
Washington, yeah, I mean, especially with the mechanical issues they face sometimes. Washington, the Commander Redskin football team has decided, Sean, to not play Jaden Daniels anymore this year. Unclear if it's because he's hurt or if this is a soft benching to end the year. Got to wonder if he's going to be named the starter in the offseason or not. Eagles laying 6.5 on the road here. They're also a tremendously popular side, close to 90%. Minus 280 on the money line. Washington plus 235. 44.5 is the total. Thoughts? I saw that Lane Johnson was not out there at practice on Wednesday.
No, but he keeps tweeting soon. He looked good in some of these Hard Knock clips. So
Jalen Carter not out there at Wednesday's practice.
Jalen Carter's not playing. I can tell you that, and
he's out.
I would my read on the Jalen Carter thing is he's not playing.
Okay.
I think we would be hearing a little bit more noise if Jalen Carter was playing. Now, Lane, they did not put on IR. I think this would have been, if he doesn't play here, then that would have been 4 games out. So it would have made sense to put him on IR.
When teams do that wrong. Seems like it's such
Eagles
an
have a pretty good track record with it. I obviously you don't want to rush him back. He looked really good in the videos I saw. So I would not be shocked if Thursday we hear he gets a limited practice and or a full practice, probably a limited Thursday, maybe Friday. I know he's going to push to play. So I think he's a true 50-50. Jalen Carter, I would say, is not playing. A couple other guys banged up. I do think Landon Dickerson will play. He's perpetually kind of banged up. Fred Johnson also banged up. He will be good to go if Lane cannot go.
Is that you're reporting that?
100%.
Okay.
Well, and beat writers are saying the same thing. So
what I read was that if he gets a limited practice tomorrow, things should be fine.
Who?
Fred Johnson.
Oh, Fred Johnson's going to be available to play if Lane can't play.
Okay, because he wasn't at practice today.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I'm telling you who will play. Okay. No, I mean, well, you always push back on these things, and I'm right 100% of the time.
Well, you weren't right about Lane Johnson.
When did I say he was? I said
when we had that whole conversation. When we talked about him missing time. That week you said he was going to play.
When did I say he was going to play?
On whatever show when we were talking about.
When was that?
Weeks ago when he first got hurt.
No, I didn't say that.
Maybe it was the first time he got hurt. Early. Okay.
No, I never said that.
I'll go find it.
Okay.
You were confident in maybe it wasn't Lane Johnson, but someone on the Eagles playing that didn't play.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm right about these.
Okay.
If you want to push back and say he's not playing, then that's fine.
Well, I wasn't going to say Fred Johnson was going to miss. I just think it's funny how defensive you got.
No,
I brought it up because it's interesting that their tackle depth isn't going to be out there. Everyone reported Lane Johnson would be back this week. No, he's not out of practice.
No, that was not. It was like, hey, this is probably the week he's going to come back.
They're shooting for the national beat reporter or the national aggregators put out he's targeting this week for return.
Yes. So we'll see. I still think there's a chance he plays. I would not say it's 100%. Fred Johnson, I would say is 100% as he's told reporters that he will be out there if Lane, he will be available to play on Saturday. And I believe him. I think to me, the story of this game is just this Commanders offense versus this Eagles defense. I mean, you look at Mariota versus good defenses. Oh, now some of this was Jaden Daniels, but they lost 31-0 at the Vikings. They did hang around. They did play a good game against Denver. I still don't really understand that, how Broncos defense wasn't better against them. They got destroyed at home 38-14 against Seattle's good defense. I think this Eagles, defensive front is just going to murder the Washington Redskins. I mean, Nakobe Dean's going to get some sacks there. I think they're going to pressure Mariota a bunch. I think, Vic Fangio and this defense versus Marcus Mariota, I think is just kind of a nightmare situation for Washington's offense. I think this is a nice opportunity for the Eagles to put up some points. Now 6.5 is high. It is an NFC East divisional game. Some of these games end up being closer than they end up being closer than maybe they should be for the Eagles side. That being said, I still think the move is to lay 6.5 here. The Eagles have figured out a lot of stuff. I mean, you look at Dallas Goedert, what they're doing in the red zone with him, the design plays in the red zones. Commanders have 9 touchdowns allowed to the tight end. We could possibly see a good Goddard game coming. And another reason why I'm so confident about the Eagles defense in front 7 against Washington, Laramie Tunsil. He did not practice today. He's pretty banged up. And I think part of the reason that Jaden Daniels is not out there is that I don't think Washington feels confident about the offensive line in front of him that they can protect him. Honestly, I think that's a big part of the conversation. Now, maybe they are doing it for tanking purposes, but I don't know. If I was Washington, well, one, I would have a policy. If you're healthy enough to play, you're playing. In Jaden Daniels' defense, he said he wanted to be out there. but I think Washington is worried about his health, that they don't think they can protect him. And I think that shows you the lack of confidence in their offensive line. And, I was banging the drum for the Eagles defense when I went and witnessed them in Green Bay hold the Packers offense to 7 points at home. I said, this defense is a championship caliber defense. And since then they've been on a very good defensive run. And I think that continues here. So I think the Eagles put the clamps down defensively on Washington. They struggle to put up points, and the offense. I mean, you can attack this Washington defense. They're neck and neck there, dead last EPA, them and the Giants. And I think this is a good opportunity for the Eagles.
So you're not worried about laying the number?
I mean, again, it's a division game. They're a road favorite. I'm not worried about it. I'm not scared. I think the Eagles defense is going to be the difference. What are your thoughts on the game?
I think they're going to run the shit out of the ball.
The Eagles?
No, the Commanders. And I wonder if that, I mean, obviously last week, the Raiders may be a bad example of any sort of offensive,
there's
ability.
also some fun nuggets of when a team's defense is on the field for under 45 plays off a win, 29-20 ATS next game. So the Eagles defense is pretty well rested, as they didn't really have to do much against the Raiders. They held them to 75 total yards.
So I initially thought this is going to there's also going to be some quit in this one because the Jaden Daniels thing, but it does seem like Marcus Mariota does have like team backup quarterback teammate superpower. So I do expect the team to be up. I think they might get a good effort from the running game. I think it's a big number, and I don't know if the Eagles offense is, I think the offense looked great against the Raiders.
Yeah. Well, and the Washington has a very bad defense as well.
I'll be interested to see what Dan Quinn musters up in this one. I'll take the points.
Give me the Eagles laying 6.5. Kramer's on the Commanders plus 6.5. Wow, Ryan, taking the Commanders.
This game was originally the night game. They flexed it.
I guess so.
Didn't want to see Marcus Mariota. And apologies for mispronouncing his name probably at some point in that segment. Game number 2 on Saturday, 5:20 p.m. here on the West Coast. The Green Bay Packers, who are on a back-to-back road spot, they're now in Chicago, where the Bears. Another game that is I probably should double check that this one still hasn't moved. It has not. Still a pick. Bears certainly coming in with more positive vibes. 46.5 is the total. So Micah Parsons is out. And this game, I think we talked about it a lot. This was a look ahead spot for both teams last week. One team went out and took care of business, and the other, I don't even know what to think about that. I mean, I'm not as big of a Bo Lever, and it really blew my mind that he carved up the defense like he did.
Really?
The Packers defense?
Yeah.
They hadn't been. Yeah. I was surprised that they carved him up without really the running. They carved up that defense.
No, I think, we'll talk more about Bo Nix, but Bo, like that Broncos team, especially at home, they play up or down.
That was the best game he's ever played in his career.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I'm not
by a wide margin.
I'm not. That to me was not surprising. Like I think he has that in him, and he plays well against good defenses. He plays well in the moment. I also think it was a pretty tough spot for the Packers, and I mean we'll get to it when we talk Broncos Jags. But this Broncos team is going to be a tough out in December at home. But I mean, for me, the Packers. Well, obviously you have to start with the injuries. Like the Packers just have an insane amount of injuries. Obviously the Micah Parsons news. What does that do to their pass rush? Christian Watson, it didn't seem like he was going to play, but now he did get a practice in. So that's something trending in the right direction. Jordan Love, even dealing with the left shoulder. He's a little banged up. Zach Tom, offensive lineman for the Packers, DNP.
Well, that matters.
Yeah, and Ryan, I know you're a big pressure guy. Love tracking your pressure stats. Micah Parsons, 74 out of the 264 pressures for the Packers. So that's
1/3.
That's a lot of pressures that Micah Parsons was involved in that are no longer here, and it's gonna be tough to replace that. But again, the Packers just figure out a way to beat the Bears time and time again. They're on a 21-3 run against the Bears, but also this Packers team. That's got to be a tough loss in Denver, playing up at elevation, very physical game. The defense was out there for a bunch. You lose a bunch of guys. This is tough because I just keep looking at this Bears. We were on the Bears catching 6.5. You could say that's a pretty big adjustment from 6.5 to now being a pick, right? If we're just looking at the number,
they were close too, right? Like that was a competitive game in Green Bay with all the pieces you just talked about.
Yeah.
Like what is the delta for the Bears between?
Well, and yeah, again, now the Bears, you look at their offense, Luther Burden and Odunze, both DNP today. Their receiving core is a little banged up.
Odunze, it sounds like Odunze is going to miss multiple weeks. So I wouldn't expect him to play this week. Burden, I get the sense that he is going to play.
Yeah. I mean, and I think it could end up being a good game for Colston Loveland, the run game. This to me is just, what do you make of this Packers team after all these injuries?
The way that Bonex carved him up. I mean, it's the Sean Payton masterclass. They schemed up the defense. I would imagine Ben Johnson should have some of the same ability to do the same. And I think when you take Micah Parsons off the field, like you said, 1 out of 3 pressures gone, and that's the part that, if there's anything that kills Caleb, it's the pressure.
Yeah,
the real pressure, not the stuff that he creates when he gets zesty. I don't really want to. I came into this trying to find a way to get to the Packers, but the market has been very stubborn with some of these teams this year. Now this is one of them, obviously.
Now wait, did you think you were going to get points with the Packers?
No. I mean, there are times when I come into breaking down a game where I try to put myself on one side because I know where my biases are going to take me. And
you hate Jordan Love, so it's easy fate, right?
Well, it's not just hating Jordan Love. This is also just a bad spot. They just played this team. They just beat this team. They then got beat and got injured, and Christian Watson has never played well through injury, and the offense hasn't looked good. Like the Tucker Kraft to Christian Watson transition worked because he was acting like an alpha. They don't have that. Yeah. I don't think he's the same level of alpha.
To me, like the only reason you're on the Packers is just the historic dominance of the Packers over the Bears. But I think this 2 games in 3 weeks, how do you not look to the team that lost the original game to get some revenge here, especially when this is a pretty competent Bears team?
Yeah, the Bears didn't have a high leverage game last week. You know,
yeah,
they didn't. Going the distance at elevation versus putting your foot on the throat of the Browns in the first quarter.
Caleb Williams looks dialed in. He is playing with confidence. He's not turning it over. Give me the Chicago Bears here as a pick. Kramer, you're on the Bears as well.
Which, by the way, Jordan Love did had 2 picks last week.
Yeah,
for those who count that kind of thing.
I know you really. It is amazing how the back foot. Give me the Bears as a pick. It is amazing how successful the back foot throwing stuff works for him, and he does it when he doesn't need to do it. Like he'll throw off his back foot when he's not facing pressure, and it ends up being a good throw. It defies my understanding of quarterback mechanics.
Because it's hard to understand, but it's like when you have that much. I love a good random Dwight Howard analogy, but you come in with too much, like you're never challenged. You don't have to throw it correctly, which it's a blessing and a curse. And so, I mean, it's not just Jordan Love. A lot of these motherfuckers do this now.
Hey, do you guys know we're brought to you by Kalshi? That's right. A real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. That's right. Even you, Alaska, legal. Kalshi. You can trade You can trade almost anything, and I mean anything, over on Kalshi. Of course, great opportunity to trade stuff on sports. I mean, obviously sides, totals, props. They have a bunch of props available, even some like the weird stuff. You can let's see. They have they always have fun like mentions, what the announcers are going to mention. I mean, it's crazy now. We're living in an era where, of course, you can trade almost anything. Like let's say we just talked about the.
I got something for you if you're dying to talk about some.
Sure. What have you been trading over there, Ryan?
How big is 3i Atlas?
Oh wow,
Yeah.
great random thing.
Yeah. So currently, let's see, more than 2 kilometers is the chalk, which
Do you have a sharp play?
No, yeah, I would just say big as shit, as big as you can go.
So take, and this is great too, because you can see you were just talking about some of the line movement, and you see the graphs, like good tool, because you see like where it's live trading at. Now obviously Rams are trading as a bit of a dog. If you trade the Rams to win, $100 would return you 205. So essentially plus 105 on the money line. You're gonna get a great price there over on Kalshi, and you start out with $20 in your account when you deposit and use our promo code SGPN. Terms and conditions do apply, but download the Kalshi app and use the code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Of course, you know Rhythm, NFL, college football, college basketball. Just got this notice. Rhythm is now on this is a crazy 13-0 college football playoff ATS run. I mean, Rhythm must listen to the podcast because they're also crushing it. Rhythm is great tool. You can build your own models, or if you don't want to build your own models, and again, building your models, aka adjusting sliders, very easy. You're crazy if you're out here in the gambling streets without a little help from big data. I use Rhythm. It's very easy to use. It's great to kind of match my gut handicapping. I'll tell you honestly, like I will, if Rhythm loves an under on a player prop, I'm not taking the over. I'm not going against the big data that Rhythm has, and they're plugged into a bunch of odds providers. They use AI, data computation, and of course, give them a shot. You're going to like it. You can start for free, or if you end up with the premium, you get 25% off when you use the promo code SGPN25, and you can track your picks for a chance to win $1,000. If you're not on Rhythm, you're missing out. Download the app today. RITHMM promo code SGPN25. RITHMM promo code SGPN25.
We might have to do some fun stuff with these markets.
With Kalshi markets? Yeah, it's very fun. You can trade
2
cents
anything. Right now. You can trade. Will an LLM beat a grandmaster in chess this year? We have 2 weeks left in the year. It's not happening. The no is 99 cents. Take the no.
So we just keep stacking up these certainties.
Yeah, it's. I mean that's what I like. Free. I mean I like money that's guaranteed. All right, continuing on to Sunday, where we have 7 games in the early window, Sean, 4 in the late window. So we get the true quad box without the need for Mr. Scott Hansen. Buffalo Bills head to Cleveland, take on the Browns. 10 a.m. here on the West Coast. Browns catching 10 points, plus 400 on the money line. Bills minus 510. 42 is the total. You know, the big takeaway from the Browns game last weekend was, well, two big takeaways. One, they can't stop the run anymore. 2, Myles Garrett getting his, tying sack with a Caleb Williams falls down a la Brett Favre, which, by the way, they were showing that replay of Brett Favre a ton. He was going to get tackled by Strahan regardless. That was blown out of proportion a little bit. Anyway, back to the game. Cleveland always been a fun home dog angle, especially in this specific type of spot. Feels a little sleepy. Bills have the Eagles on deck. But Cleveland is so destroyed, Sean. We've heard the offensive line woes. And what was I telling you earlier today? One of the offensive linemen that was thrust into action last weekend due to injury in the game, like many teams do after the game, they cut him to send him back, and then they'll claim him on the practice squad. Well, in this case, Garrett Dellinger gets claimed by the Titans. So one of the guys they had to play off their practice squad because they lost so much of their offensive line into injury. He's gone now. I truly worry. Me and Josina Anderson are very worried about Shador's well-being, and if it's in his best interest to play quarterback this week.
Well, it is kind of funny that
it's very dangerous
that Justin Herbert has offensive line injuries and he leads the league in most sacks taken, and everyone goes, oh Herbie, you can't blame Herbie for taking all those sacks, and then a guy like a Shador rookie who is struggling behind also, I would argue, maybe a worse offensive line taking some sacks, and it's like, well, that's his problem. He takes sacks.
I will agree.
It is weird how we make excuses for. I mean, Cam Ward and Justin Herbert have the same amount of sacks taken, and if you look at Cam Ward, it's like he holds on to the ball too long. It's like Cam Ward also has a shitty offensive line.
Yes,
I don't disagree. It's just funny how we have these guys that there's no criticism allowed, and then other guys. And again, I do think Cam Ward holds on to the ball too long, but he also has a bad offensive line.
I don't think the spotters called down for Herbert once. It's pretty interesting.
Herbert?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he doesn't.
Where's that spotter?
He's not concussion prone like Jaxson Dart. Sticking with this game though, I think here's the interesting thing. This is a tough spot for the Bills. They just took down the mighty Pats, emotional comeback win, and now you got to go on the road. No one wants to play in Cleveland in December. No one wants to be in Cleveland in December.
That might include the Browns, though.
Yes.
Well.
Now the Browns maybe have quit, but the Browns always show up in these spots. You can look at home underdogs at 7 points or more in general, 11-6 ATS this season, but really the Browns under Stefanski, this is what they do. They randomly show up and beat teams that they have no business beating.
Sack record game.
Yeah, they beat the sack record? Oh, and
this is the
Myles
sack
Garrett,
record game. This is the home celebration of Myles Garrett. They have a chance to do it against the mighty Josh Allen, who will, by the way, will 100% give him opportunities for sacks.
100%. Since 2020, the Browns are 13-6 straight up at home versus teams that are above 500. So this is what they do. They randomly show up and beat good teams at home. It never makes any sense. It always comes as a big surprise. Oh my God. You could just see the talking heads. Shador Sanders took down
Packers week 2 this year.
That was a great example. And they were massive dogs at home against the Packers. Showed up, got the win. And the Dolphins.
Remember when they dominated the Dolphins? That's probably not a great example.
Well, the Dolphins, I think they were actually
almost beat
favored.
the Ravens.
Yeah, they hung around against the Ravens.
The Niners handled them pretty good.
That's the counter.
The Titans beat them also. Like that's tough. This new
and maybe the Titans were under 500, so that doesn't apply here.
I know, but
the Titans aren't a good team, so they don't show up against bad teams at home. When they're favored, when they should win, is not when they win. That's not how the Browns work at home. And on the other side, the Bills, especially this season, Ryan, the Bills have randomly played down to the competition. 1-4 ATS under 500 against under 500 teams. They lost on the road at the Falcons. Look at all the Bills' losses are games they shouldn't have lost.
I agree, but since shit got real and they lost to the Texans, if you listen to what Josh Allen was,
they've lost on the road to the Falcons, the Dolphins. I mean, hell, the Saints hung around. I'm all over the Browns here +10. This is a sharp handicap, and they're live on the money line. Kramer, it sounds like you're taking the Bills. You couldn't take Shador Sanders, so you have to take the Bills. Here.
Give me the Bills.
Laying 10 on the road. Oof.
Yeah, I don't like the spot. I don't like that it's the Browns.
Give me the Browns. Come on, Ryan.
But
we're supposed to be a sharp show.
What do you mean? What has Shador done that makes me think that he's going to reward a cover in this? Couldn't cover this number against the Bears. Didn't even come close.
Yeah, but that's a completely different
I'm just
situation.
saying, Shador with a bad offensive line is a bad equation. Game number 2. We got
that was in Chicago. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know.
Game number 2. What are you talking about?
Game number 2 in the early window.
Okay.
Jets, Saints, Jets on a back-to-back here. Another team that is probably free falling off the cliff, but finishing up the season. Aaron Glenn making coaching changes.
I fired Steve Wilkes.
Steve Wilkes has been
couldn't make it to the end of the year.
A
Poor
fucking
guy.
punching bag. 4.5 point favorites for the Saints, minus 220 on the money line. Jets plus 190. 40.5 is the total. The general sense I get from the New Orleans beat is this team is very, very banged up, and they're kind of there was kind of a like a tone of, man, this is going to be a real test for this team because they are thin. They just signed, I believe they signed Naheem Hines in the running back room because they only had 2 healthy running backs. The offensive line is banged up. Vele sounds like he's going to be out.
Yeah, he's already been ruled out
for the rest of the year. This is a rock and a hard place. You're laying 4.5 points with a team that's looked better and has picked up some wins in divisions, and they're going against a team that might be hot ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly scary to lay points here with the New Orleans Saints, and historically, and the last time they covered as favorites more than the field goal, you had to go back to week 1 of 2024 when Derek Carr lit up the Carolina Panthers. People were bragging about Derek Carr MVP tickets. Remember those first 2 games? It's crazy
points.
That was only like the beginning of last year. But the reason to be optimistic is, well, one, quietly, the Saints defense is playing really well, Ryan. As an EPA guy, I mean,
yeah, they
you got to be loving this Saints defense, right?
Well, I mean, they very much showed up against the Panthers in the 2 wins, and in general, I would say, like, I know you're on the rookie of the year with Shuck,
yeah,
but I think more this late momentum is more about the defensive performance and kind of making it so that they're never that far behind because these teams aren't scoring too many points. Jets shouldn't be a test. I just
now they're up to like 10th recently, 12th overall in defensive EPA. You look at Kelvin, Saints. Kelvin Banks is the rookie offensive lineman. He's been playing a lot better. His tape looks really good. In the last 3 weeks, Shuck has been has the second most rush yards in the NFL for quarterbacks, only behind Josh Allen. In that same span, Shuck has a plus 4.9 completion percentage over expected.
Whoa.
8th in the NFL, also 8th in success rate. Last 3 weeks, he has an 8.9% off target percent on his throws, lowest mark of any quarterback in this span. And the Saints defense have allowed under 200 passing yards in 4 straight games. And then
that will be 5.
Yeah. And then Brady Cook on the road. What's scary to me is that it sounds like Justin Fields and or Tyrod Taylor, who if either one of those guys, especially if Tyrod was playing and he was a dog here, I would be smashing the Jets here. But the fact that it sounds like Fields and or Tyrod could be healthy, but that that Glenn is making the decision to see what they have in Cook, which again, I guess I'm not spiritually opposed to the idea of no. I mean, it's this weird thing where, hey, you drafted this quarterback, you want to see what you have in him. You played him 1 game. I don't think it's crazy. I mean, Tyrod
made some good throws,
and he has some ability with his legs. I was directionally correct in him getting in the end zone. The idea that Tyrod,
you and me both.
Well, the idea that Tyrod or Justin Fields, that you've seen enough and you want to see what you have in this rookie quarterback at this point in the season for the Jets, I don't think is crazy. They're still playing Breece Hall. I think the defense, which was kind of holding it together a little bit, considering all their losses, that's kind of hit a breaking point. And I think this Saints team is going to be able to exploit the linebackers. I think, as crazy as it sounds, like Audric Estime, pass catching stuff, Jawan Johnson, Chris Olave, like they're going to be able to move the ball against this Jets team. It's scary to lay points here with the Saints, but I got Shuck fever, so I'm all over the Saints here, laying the 4.5. Kramer, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that Estime is I think that we're not maybe going to have a great performance from just a bunch of, below league average running backs. I worry about the offensive line. That's the part that I would say is a problem. If the Saints don't get some of their guys back, give me the points.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take Tyler Shuck here. Give me the
what do you mean?
Saints.
I took him last week.
Give me the Saints laying 4.5.
You're nonsense.
You're feeling very threatened.
What are you talking? I literally locked up the Saints last week.
They were one of your locks?
Yes.
I don't remember them being a lock.
What do you mean? Check the tape.
Okay.
AKA click on the tab. Oh, what's this?
Oh, Saints were one of your locks.
Lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now,
great spot.
But that was before, and now you realize he's you feel threatened with Jaxson.
He's
Dart.
laying 4.5.
Both Jackson and Tyler can be successful, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm not worried about that. and
your reaction suggests otherwise.
What you also Justin Fields is now healthy and perhaps out of the doghouse.
Are you talking about your fake reporter again?
They're both healthy though, Sean.
Yeah, and he said they're not playing. He said they're not playing.
He said they're going to be backing up Cook.
Yeah.
I mean, we sure Cook was playing a little recklessly. We sure he's going to make the end of the game. We get a random.
Well, you're the expert on concussions.
We get a random. Well, I don't know. I don't have the spotter situation down there. Are they deploying spotters that have a little manual that says, tackle football, make sure everyone's all right. Inject yourself in the game whenever you'd like. Minnesota heads down to New York / New Jersey.
So Kramer is on the Jets plus 4.5. I'm on the Saints laying the 4.5.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Vikings, Giants in New York / New Jersey. Vikings 9 coming off what people are saying is the best game he's ever played. Why is no one mentioning that a lot of quarterbacks have had the best game they've ever played against the Cowboys defense without Quinnen Williams? No one's bringing that up, Sean. What are we missing? -3 on the road here, -155 on the money line. Giants plus 135, 43.5 is the total. It's hard to rely on the Giants when the spotters can at any time call down.
Most of my social feed is just Ryan responding about
ridiculous.
The blue tent.
I know you won't have a serious answer, but it's the most ridiculous narrative / thing that's happening in the NFL right now. And I'm glad Jaxson Dart keeps saying, cool. Yeah, that's fine. They can say what the fuck they want. They can do what I'm not going to change. I like all of that. It's amazing what this topic has turned some men into, having opinions that make them seem like little bitches.
You keep referring to
everyone,
all these people, anyone
who goes, oh, he can't be running like that. Oh, he didn't slide there. Oh, he got checked in. My favorite is when you see a national pundit. 5th time he's been checked for concussion. You want to bring up the fact that in every one of those times he didn't have a fucking concussion?
But how many has he had this year?
He's had 1 concussion in his life.
Earlier this season.
That's why this is the most ridiculous narrative. I mean, Sean.
So what's your
again? I know you're not going to have a serious answer, but have you ever seen something more ridiculous than what is happening with Jaxson Dart?
So why do you think the reason is? They just randomly decided to attack him?
I know again, you're not having a serious
conversation. I am. I'm saying
but
seriously,
the serious
what do you think the answer
the
is?
NFL fucked up in the game that he did get the concussion. And
the Bears game?
And this is somehow them trying to like make it right by just going out of their way to issue statements to the people calling the game. I mean, do you remember who Jonathan Vilma was? Remember what position he played? He was a middle linebacker that would fuck you up. Went to Miami. He's talking about this like he's got to wear bubble wrap. And we, by the way, he's on the call again this week.
Oh no.
And I, like you watch what happened last week, and it's like that's a joke. That's not what the spotters should be doing. Especially if you're going to impact the game, you're going to take a guy out on the goal line. I mean, great.
It was one play, but yeah,
it wasn't one play. It was 2 or 3 plays.
Oh, okay.
And again, didn't get hit in the head. No sort of head clears the test. And are we we're better for this? So that someone can talk about how he needs to play less recklessly? Fuck off. It's football. You love this. You love it about most players. You love when dudes get fucking throw their Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, you throw their face through someone. And in this case, you're acting like whiny little bitches. For why? I don't know why. Why have you had the take, Sean?
What do you mean? What take?
That Jaxson Dart needs to change the way that he plays.
Oh, keep playing like that. You're not going to stay around in the league very long if you're getting knocked out.
He's not getting knocked out though.
He did get knocked out
in one game. He got a concussion.
Sure, I'm just saying. In general, we see rookie quarterbacks who run a ton and take a ton of shots. They adjust their play and then they last longer in the league. So you think this narrative this happens every time? No. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think they? I mean,
this is insane. We've
said the same thing about Jaden Daniels. The concussion stuff.
Jaden Daniels is 50 pounds lighter than Jaxson Dart.
Sure. Anytime a rookie quarterback runs a bunch and gets hit a ton, people have this same narrative. I think you're very sensitive to it. The concussion stuff is very odd. The amount of times he's getting checked is weird. I 100% agree.
I mean, oh God, look at Patrick Mahomes ran and tore his ACL. Like, should he stop running the ball? Like, that's what people are essentially saying.
No, I don't think. I think
that's what people are saying. You might get hurt if you run the ball.
No. There's a way to run the ball and, like, hey, get out of bounds, slide, that kind of stuff, which will extend your career in the league, which I think is common sense. And yeah, as a rookie,
great. He hasn't taken hits in the last couple of games, and they're still making a big deal about it.
He got lit up in that Pats game.
It was fine. He popped right back up. It's fucking football. This is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Having that opinion is crazy.
What? Well, that's common sense.
What's common sense? That you shouldn't play hard?
No, you
want
should.
Someone to flop on the sideline. That's kind of the argument.
You're just like, you are so seeing red with this situation that you have no logical perspective on it.
That's what most people are saying. They would rather see the version of the game where someone tap dances down the sideline and draws a personal foul. Than someone finishing a play.
People hate that.
And yet when the guy finishes the play, they're like, oh, check him for a concussion. This isn't safe. This is a bad thing.
You're not able to discuss this rationally. But okay. So you're so angry about this.
I'm not angry about it. I think it's ridiculous.
Okay, you seem very angry about it.
It's a ridiculous thing.
Yeah, no,
if they checked Jalen Hurts every time you ran a tush push because the league was concerned that it was an unsafe play, you would be livid. It's a ridiculous thing to have to worry about. It's a ridiculous thing for Jaxson Dart to have to answer questions about.
I said they shouldn't be checking him for concussions if he's not getting concussions.
But that's part of the whole thing. So he can't play the way that he plays because the league wants to check him for concussions?
No, those are two separate issues in my mind.
They're not though.
Oh, I think they're totally unrelated.
Okay. Then why is he getting checked for concussions?
That's on you to answer, because he's
playing football.
Okay. So what's your solution then?
I don't know. I don't understand why he's in the crosshairs.
Yeah. Cause you're very sensitive to this thing. I don't think it's a big deal at all.
I think most people will not. Most people would agree with me.
Agree with you on what thing?
That the league is being ridiculous. And
I said that 10 minutes ago. I said him getting checked for these concussions is ridiculous.
Okay.
Did you not hear that?
No, you're
also seeing red.
You
on
also
this issue.
went on to say that he
both things can be true.
Okay.
If he wants to play in the league for a long time, he should figure out a way to run, use his legs, and not expose himself to hits as much as he was earlier on. But also, they shouldn't be checking him for a concussion that much. I think both those things can be true.
But by doing that, the league is creating this narrative. That you disagree with that statement?
Okay.
You don't think that it's being reported on more because the league keeps checking him for concussions?
Do I think it's being reported?
He's had
I think
5 times the spot he's hit.
This is not in the national spotlight at all. You are so locked into the Giants and Giants Twitter and everything else. You're thinking this is a huge thing. Everything's coming for him. No one cares about Jaxson Dart and the concussion.
Well, the Fox broadcast talked about it a lot last week.
Right, but that makes no national news. You watch any national show, no one is talking about this at all. No one cares.
I don't know if that's an accurate statement. I mean, we have these hot take shows on,
and none of it talks about Jaxson Dart.
We see the lower thirds.
Show me a national segment this week that was talking about Jaxson Dart.
Okay,
I'm just telling you, no one cares.
Then why are they making a big deal about it?
Who is they? You keep talking.
Why do they
about
keep checking him as if he needs to be checked? Like he's delicate.
All right, this is really boring.
Okay.
But what's your overall point is let Jackson play.
It would be my point is that for some reason they have decided that they need to treat him differently than everyone else.
Yeah.
And that a lot of people have shared takes that are shocking when it comes to your take is basically you don't want this dude to play football the right way. So,
okay.
Who are you taking in this game? I think
great analysis.
I think you're being a little ridiculous.
In what way?
To say
no one's talking about this. Audience, do you care about this thing? No one gives a shit.
All right.
He gets checked for a concussion. He doesn't have one. He's out a couple plays. They put him back. I said to you 15 minutes ago now that I agree. They shouldn't. Right. They should stop checking him for concussions.
Who do you like in this game?
I obviously like the Vikings. The Giants are horrible. They have the worst defense in the league. The Vikings are good at stopping running. Jaxson Dart's completion percentage versus pressure is not good. They have no skill players around Jaxson Dart, and they struggled against the Commanders. This Vikings team, Brian Flores defense will be a tough matchup for this Giants team. Give me the Vikings laying the 3. I assume you're on the Giants. The league's out to get him. Free Jackson. Anything else?
Give me the Vikings.
Really?
Can't trust them. It's not. They're not playing with the same set of criteria. So
okay, so
they're going to take the quarterback out whenever they want, and it's the Brian Flores revenge game. You forgot to bring that up.
Oh yeah, he's going to be pissed. All right, Ryan fading the New York Giants, even with offensive rookie of the year Jaxson Dart. Give me the Vikings laying the 3. Ryan also on the Vikings laying the 3.
Bengals, Dolphins. Bengals would be a close your eye special, but they're laying 4 because the Dolphins decided to bench quarterback Tua. Not going to play the drop. All right. Dolphins coming off Monday night, catching 4 plus 185 on the money line, minus 215 for the Bengals. 47.5 is the total.
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
Another shit game. This was going to be the Sunday night game, but they fortunately flexed it down for us. I mean, Quinn Ewers couldn't beat out Zach Wilson. This is an absurd situation to put him in. I don't.
Yeah, as someone who also has Quinn Ewers, offensive rookie of the year, I'm excited he's getting some playing time, but he looked pretty bad. Quinn Ewers did in preseason.
He didn't beat out Zach Wilson.
No, and Zach Wilson said he was confused as to why he wasn't getting the job here. But on the other side, oh man, this Joe Burrow looked really bad in that game. The Bengals defense, what do you make of this defense? The Bengals defense didn't even play that bad against the Ravens. It was more just the offense, the turnovers.
They had the ball for 40 minutes.
Teams historically coming off a shutout have been good. Teams coming off a shutout so far this season, 5-0 ATS. And you have Quinn Ewers, a guy who didn't look ready for the NFL in preseason, and now you're prepping him on a short week. That to me is a really tough situation. But on the other side, can you really trust this Bengals team to be 4-point road favorites?
I think Burrow's offended by the talk that he should not play.
He did say he will be on the Bengals next year.
I think he's not the kind of guy that fucks around like that. And I think he feels it's hurting his reputation. I think there's a lot of talk about the Bengals should shut it all down. Like put your prized pieces of China back in the cabinet and just go for next year. This isn't easy. This is very easy. I mean, again, Quinn Ewers was so bad he couldn't beat out Zach Wilson, and you have a pissed off Joe Burrow, and you have a coach that might get fired. Like you have a lot of reasons why there's a lot of reasons why the Bengals are going to play hard in this game.
It was weird though, because up until that Steelers game, there was a lot of optimism around Miami. Like, hey, look, they're scrappy. They're going on a run. They're rallying around Mike McDaniel here.
Well, obviously
since they fired the GM,
the Tua thing obviously turned like Mike McDaniel just had enough, I guess. Because he's been blowing smoke up to his ass for a while. They're watching McGruber together. Yeah, they're best friends, and now all of a sudden,
but like
shuts it down.
Tua's playing the Steelers. It was clearly just, hey, we're winning, so I got to keep playing this guy. And shout out to Adam Pelletier, the Don of Bills Mafia, checking all the receipts. Tua sucks. Called this 3 years ago. I mean, yeah, I don't think. Certainly no one on this show was ever super high on Tua. There were, I guess, moments where you go, I guess it's kind of working with the passing yards and with Tyreek Hill, and they scheme up the good offense. But yeah, I mean, injuries and just general suckiness have not been good for Tua. He has been healthy this whole season.
Yeah, the irony is they fucked up the tank. They still ended up with Tua. Yeah, I don't know. Zach Wilson. There were times this season where it was quote unquote not close between Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers. Repeatedly called a development project.
So, but then if you're Mike McDaniel, why are you going? I think Zach Wilson gives them the better chance of win on Sunday. Why is Mike McDaniel going with Quinn Ewers? No, but if Mike McDaniel is playing for his job,
he's not. I believe.
Oh, okay.
He'll
I
be
thought
back.
You said coach on the hot seat. Yeah,
certainly on the hot. He should be, but my theory the whole time is he won the Civil War. That's why the GM got fired and he didn't. He has the confidence that he's going to be back, and he wants to see the guy he drafted, not Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I think he's not on the hot seat. Thus, that's why he feels comfortable putting Quinn Ewers out, which I don't think will end well for the Dolphins. Thus, I am on the Bengals laying the 4.
Stephen Ross also has gotten in trouble. You know, he's like, "Hey, Mike, you want to keep the job for next year? Once we get eliminated from the playoffs, let's shut it all down. Let's get the best draft pick possible.
Give me the Bengals laying 4. Kramer also on the Bengals laying 4.
Yeah, Joe Burrow had a certain look in his eye. He didn't look happy with the line of questions that he was being asked.
He does seem very sad.
I think he just doesn't like having to talk to people. I think he's probably an introverted guy.
Just wants to go home in his Batmobile like the rest of us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not all of us have a Batmobile, but if we did, we probably would want to do that. Bucs, Panthers. Turns out both teams were looking ahead last week. Bucs are on a little bit more of an extended rest coming off the Thursday night game. 10 a.m. on the West Coast. They're laying 3 in Carolina, Sean. -180 on the money line, or -155 on the money line. Panthers +135. 46 is the total. They play this week. They also play in 2 weeks. Obviously, the division comes down to these games. Now, the Bucs do play the Dolphins next week, and the Panthers have to play the Seahawks. So slight difference there, and so there is a world where the Bucs, I think, can put it away before they play or the Bucs can put it away before they play their next game. So if you're wanting to bring up any sort of motivation angle, I don't think that applies here. They have the extra rest. They have the receiving core back. Todd Bowles called out the team. Baker Mayfield. There was apparently some I don't want to call them players only meetings, but there were apparently some meetings amongst the players in terms of accountability. And yeah, I don't know what was your takeaway from the Panthers last week?
Oh, they suck.
Yeah.
But this is what the Panthers do. As a favorite, they suck. As a dog, they're awesome. And they're going to keep the streak alive of being in every other team where they look good one game, they suck the next game. This is the only time they show up, when they're a dog. And Baker Mayfield is not right. I mean, for the Bucs not only to blow that lead, but to lose a game at home where the other team has 19 penalties and you have 4 penalties. That's bad. And I get it. Mike Evans looked awesome. Bucs have owned Carolina, but
it's a flow chart game for sure.
And the Panthers, offensive line's banged up. The Quanu not practicing today here.
Damian Lewis
banged up. But the Panthers, this is when they show up. They're 6-0 ATS off a loss. Now, certainly there is a world where the Bucs win and don't cover. We're getting 3 points here as the Carolina Panthers home dog. And this defense, really, the Bucs could always rely on Vita Vea being like the run stopper. And hey, we're gonna be able to stop the run game and then make you pass. And I think Vita Vea has been dealing with the back injury, according to reports. Whatever it is, you can run on this Bucs team. Kyle Pitts and Kirk Cousins went off on this defense. And Ryan, I had a dream about this game a couple nights ago. I swear to God. I had a dream. I woke up in the middle of the night. Now and I had caught the first touchdown in the Panthers game. Yes. And then,
so who is that?
Well, but then later on in the dream, I saw Mitchell Evans jump up and make a contested catch and score a touchdown. So
you were thinking about Mitchell Evans.
I think
before you went to bed.
Mitchell Evans? No, I hadn't thought Mitchell Evans, who I had a brief love affair with earlier in the year of trying to play his first touchdown as any time.
Feels like you were thinking
he was
about
so
him.
Close. He was so close. Bryce Young had him for first touchdown in that primetime game against the 49ers. The fucker threw an interception. But I'm telling you, I had a dream. Mitchell Evans scored a touchdown. I'm definitely going to be playing him 11-1 anytime, just off the dream.
Okay, so you were thinking about Mitchell Evans.
No, I was not. I hadn't thought about him in like a month, and I randomly thought about Mitchell Evans. All right, maybe you don't believe in signs, but I certainly do.
No, I do. I'm just saying you must have been, for some reason, Mitchell Evans was crawling up into your consciousness. Yeah, I'm gonna take. I think the Bucs continue their dominance.
No.
Over the Panthers.
No. Give me the Panthers +3. Home dogs, division dogs. This is when they show. This is the Panthers off a loss. It's very easy to tell when this Panthers team will show up. This is the spot. Kramer, I'm telling you, Baker's not right. We keep thinking it's gonna be. He's not waking up dangerous anymore.
I do agree that something's not right with him, but I don't think they're gonna be losing this game. I think
they can win this game and not cover 3.
Yeah, maybe it's a push.
This is 21-20 written all over.
Predict a push. I think push is your best case scenario.
No, Panthers all day. Let's go.
All right. Chiefs, Titans, Kansas City. Will be led by one Gardner Minshew because Patrick Mahomes dangerously ran the football towards the sideline. Chiefs laying 3.
You are obsessed with this storyline.
What do you mean? Now you're connecting dots that aren't there. Chiefs -3, -180. Titans +155.
I just heard like Kramer listening to clips of different of announcers complimenting quarterbacks for their running. And just losing it.
It seems like some quarterbacks, it's a positive to lower your head and run through a motherfucker, and others it's a death sentence. 37.5 is the total. I'll tell you right now. I
just pray for Jackson's safety.
I don't think that Gardner Minshew is going to be able to keep the offensive line woes hidden like Patrick Mahomes has. And even he wasn't doing a great job there.
This is interesting because Minshew, it's weird. He's good as a favorite. He's horrible as a dog. 9-5 straight up in his career. Went as a favorite. 8-24 straight up as an underdog. So for whatever reason, the market seems to be able to figure out when Minshew's going to show up. The case against the Chiefs is pretty simple. Hey, they just lost their warrior, Showtime Mahomes. He's the best.
Showtime Mahomes.
You got Travis Kelce basically announcing his retirement via saying, hopefully the Chiefs get him back next year, and not saying us or we. Everyone's making a big deal about that. Rashee Rice, Tyquan Thornton are in concussion protocol. The Chiefs defense is a little banged up. The Titans offense has shown some moments of life. They've also still been shitty, and the Titans. That's really what gets me. Maybe this is a win one for Patrick, and then they have the massive letdown spot the week after.
I feel like this is the letdown spot. If I was betting.
Well, that is the premise of the show, Ryan, where we talk about if we were betting. I told myself I had a couple of moments where I decided not to fade the Titans, and it was a mistake. The Titans for me are still an auto fade. So give me the Kansas City Chiefs lane 3. This is just a fade of a very bad Titans team. You got Patrick, or you got Andy Reid versus Mike McCoy. That's a huge coaching edge. And the Titans have shown an ability to fuck up everything ATS wise. So this is not a good spot for them.
How long has it been since they've been eliminated from the playoffs though?
Titans?
No.
Oh, Kansas City? Yeah. It's been a while, but so have the Titans. They've been eliminated for a long time.
No, but the Chiefs have not been eliminated for a long time, and so this would be the first time that they would be playing a game with nothing. A meaningless to play for.
Game. Yeah, no, 100%.
If there was ever a team that was, I think legitimately Gardner Minshew is going to have problems behind that offensive line. Like you mentioned, weapons are down with concussions. It doesn't sound like Rice is going to play, even though it's late in the season. Usually the concussion protocol is a rubber stamp at that point. Titans are winning this game, Sean.
Okay.
Cam Ward.
So you like what you've seen out of Cam Ward?
I think he's made some nice throw. It's like it's got a little bit of the Shador feedback where it's like the obviously the good throws are much better, but the good throws are really good. Yeah. I think when there's been some level of consistency with the offensive line and the running game, which Pollard's been good the last couple weeks.
No, I mean,
we've seen a little bit now. I do want to give him a pass because of the situation he's in. It does seem like Mike McCoy might be a little retarded.
Well, and also you want to talk about getting up for spots. Cam Ward, your quarterback, is talking about saying he wants to talk to the next Titans head coach when they're interviewing him. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be Mike McCoy. So any sort of, hey, we're playing for Mike McCoy to win the job. He said he wants to talk to the future Titans head coach. So as much as it's fun to stop on the Chiefs' grave here, I will take the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs laying the 3. This is just a fade of the Titans.
I tried to dig up any sort of story. They were on the same Washington State team, I believe.
Who?
When did Cam Ward transfer to Washington State? No, that would have been 2 years later.
No.
But I saw a pho of them to like on.
Oh, maybe they're like an alumni.
I wonder if there's any sort of anything more there. Yeah, no, actually, no. This is a. So this is when Minshew was there, when Cam Ward was there, and Minshew went back. I just don't. I think Minshew without an offensive line is going to just be horrendously bad. I think that's going to be the totality of this game.
But the other side is also not that appealing for me. And Chris Jones they had to let him know that they were eliminated from playoffs. He was at the press conference. And
might be.
Hey, we still have a fighting chance. And then someone goes, "No, actually, you have been eliminated from the playoffs." He goes, "Oh, okay. Well, all right."
That's not good. He might not be 100 to 110%.
No, but even the Chiefs at 80%. The Titans are still a pretty bad team.
Titans are winning this game.
Gunner Helm anytime. All right. Hey, speaking of places you can get down on action, like Ryan said, hypothetically, if he was betting on this, he might do it over at Novig. Novig available in a bunch of states. We keep talking again. Fire up your odds widget, whatever your odds board is. Novig has you covered. And a lot of times you'll see Novig has the best price in the market. It is America's #1 sports prediction market, available in a bunch of states. If it's available in your location, what are you doing? Why are you waiting on the sidelines? Use that promo code SGPN. Spend $5, get $50 when you sign up over on Novig. Terms and conditions apply. But again, great place to get down. First touchdown anytime. Prop, sides, totals. They have it all covered in their marketplace. Again, you want as many books and options as possible, right? You want as many places as you can to get down, so you ensure yourself the best opportunities in the marketplace. Download Novig today. Use that promo code SGPN. Kramer, what are we doing for our underdog entry? Of course, underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Not only are they hooking you up with $75 when you deposit, play $5, you get $75 in bonus funds. But now here for the holidays, they are just doing a ton of bonus. We're taping this on what, the 17th. They got Jake Paul fight 50% bonus boost is live. Tomorrow they got a 50% site-wide boost, unrestricted. I mean, again, they're just taking off. They got all these gifts you can unwrap. Give me picks left and right between now and the end of the year. So highly recommend Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. Play $5, get 75. Kramer, what are we doing for our underdog entry?
Gardner Minshew interception. Is that even worth mentioning?
Do the Titans get interceptions?
Gardner. I mean, I didn't get the sense that my take is going to be he's going to be under duress constantly in this game.
But do they have much of a pass rush?
I think Simmons can win up front. I know he wasn't at practice on Wednesday. It sounds like that was just a vet rest day, but I think he can win right up the middle. I don't think you're going to need to be a great pass rush to win, but we can do a different game.
Yeah. So you want to do Jaxson Dart unders because the league's going to take him out. Sorry, I know that's too close to home.
Well, I mean, he still got over last week in spite of got over anything, whatever you wanted to play. He got over in spite of the bullshit.
I love. We haven't gotten to this game yet, but Bijan Robinson. I mean, any of these Falcons guys in a dome against this Cardinals defense has been hilarious. So I like that stuff. What else are you jumping out at, you, Ryan?
I'd probably play unders for Browns guys other than Fannin. Let's see what Fannin. I mean, Fannon's coming off a 14 target game.
Judkins, you think Judkins gets his yards?
I would go lower.
Higher, 59.5.
You know what? Let's Isaiah Bond. Higher, 13.5 receiving yards. Every game, Shador hits him deep for like 25, 30 yards.
All right. I'll take that. Higher, Isaiah Bond.
Or we can do longest reception. That works too.
I think 13.5. That feels.
Watch him have a 20. If he has a 12-yard reception, that would be hilarious.
What's his longest?
11.5.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just leave it.
Okay.
What's done is done.
All right. Isaiah Bond, higher 13.5 receiving yards. And let's see what else is jumping out at you, Ryan.
If we go to, I mean, let's see, we got,
so you don't like any of the Falcons guys?
I mean, I don't necessarily, I kind of would want
Darren Waller against the Bengals. That's always the tight end against the Bengals is always an auto play.
What's the number?
I'm sure it's something reasonable. I mean, we are dealing with Quinn Ewers, 26.5 receiving yards for Darren Waller.
Is he healthy? Yeah, let's play that.
All right. Darren Waller higher, 26.5 receiving yards. Isaiah Bond higher, 13.5 receiving yards. $100 entry returns you $300. Underdog Fantasy. Oh, and look at this, using a little boost here. Thank you, Underdog. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN.
Yeah, they lot of boosts in the kitty. They're really trying to get me to do soccer. All right, next up we got the Los Angeles Superchargers. I wonder if I wonder who Decker will be rooting for this week. Will it be the Chargers or the Colts? Where will his eyes be first? Chargers catching 2 on the road in Dallas, +110 on the money line. 49.5 is the total. I mean, this, as you mentioned, Justin Herbert has had some issues this year. The offensive line hasn't been there for him.
Led the league. Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, Ryan, none of it could be his fault. He does lead the league in sacks taken with 49, tied with Geno Smith and Cam Ward, who that's their problem for taking all those sacks. Geno Smith and Cam Ward. Justin Herbert, it's the offensive line's issue. But luckily for Justin Herbert, he's playing the Dallas Cowboys, who were not able to pressure JJ McCarthy at all.
Yeah, they don't have a pass rush, and I mean, I think both things can be true. I think Justin Herbert probably trying to do too much. Also, his offensive line is hot garbage. But I don't. I mean, Dallas's defense has done what all year? Allowed people to get right.
Yeah, carved up. And then on the other side, the Chargers offense has been struggling a lot with Justin Herbert. I mean, the offensive line generating all those sacks. And really the story has been, hey, this defense, the Chargers defense is playing really well. 6th in the league in defensive EPA per play. They're generating a ton of turnovers. Obviously they generated a bunch against the Eagles. That was big in their victory. They generated some against the Chiefs. I think, as a defense, that kind of just that momentum keeps going. They're going to be able to turn over Dak. If you listen to Dak at the press conference, he seemed really pissed off. He said, "Fuck it." Now, technically, the Cowboys are not eliminated from playoff contention. You wouldn't know that if you followed any sort of news around the Cowboys. Schottenheimer reiterated the Cowboys plan to play Dak the rest of the season, which sounds like someone who's been eliminated from the playoffs. Now the Eagles would have to lose out and the Cowboys would have to win out for them to get in, but it is kind of crazy. They're just kind of packing it in already. And Justin Herbert's been good as a dog, 13-6 ATS on a road neutral site there as a dog, 17-12-1 ATS as a dog overall. And I think we could see like a Ladd McConkey game, some of these Chargers receivers, and they just eat up against this Cowboys secondary. And clearly Dak in the offense, Pickens, his craziness seemed to have, he must've got some bad news. And you nailed it, Ryan. You said, when are we going to get that bad, weird Pickens game? And he just broke. So I'm all on the Chargers here. Kramer, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, no, I'm 100% of the Chargers. I think, to your point on them having a good game, I think you could see, I mean, this feels like Gadsden could be a useful piece. Just anyone who's going to run vertical routes against this Cowboys defense. And, there was a lot made of the Quinnen Williams, Micah Parsons. I will say this, that when Quinnen Williams is out there for the Cowboys defense, that it certainly does change it. But when he's not there, they look like the unit that gave up 450 yards to Russell Wilson or something like that. I mean, again, JJ McCarthy, game of the year. Thor's pop. I mean, people are popping their head up to start doing mini victory laps to be like, look, he's not that bad. I don't know. Feels a little premature. Give me the Chargers and that I don't. You seem to be very angry at Justin Herbert this season.
Me? No, I just think it's funny that no one criticizes him.
You seem to like to criticize him.
Oh, I'm in the minority. It's like the league office. They're out to get him.
No, well, I out to get Herbert or out to support Herbert.
No, they're out to support Herbert.
Yeah.
Okay. So those same days that are behind the Jaxson Dart conspiracy theory. They're propping up.
No, I agree.
They're propping up Justin Herbert.
If I was having a legitimate conversation, what I would say was I would agree with the idea that just like there's a ridiculous narrative about Jaxson Dart needing to play safer, there's a ridiculous narrative about Justin Herbert not having any assistance around him and him having to be Superman.
No one on the national stage criticizes Justin Herbert.
If he was up for awards, he would be a guy that you're like, yeah, he's going to get some votes this year.
But he never is because he doesn't play good enough.
He's not up for the awards though.
But why not? Because he sucks.
His offensive line let him down this year. Atlanta.
When he throws 5 interceptions in the playoff game, it's not going to be his fault. Just so you know.
Coming off the Raheem Morris legacy game, they're now heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals, and they're laying a dangerous 2.5, -145 on the money line. Cardinals +125, 48 is the total. Now the Cardinals offense has been very fun. They don't win games though.
No,
Atlanta.
no.
See, is Drake London coming back this week, Sean?
I don't know. They keep teasing us, Ryan. You're the injury expert. What do you think? Is Drake London playing?
I don't know. I don't have a good sense that he is.
Yeah, it seemed like they were shutting him down for a longer time, but then they keep saying maybe he's going to play. Man.
He's at practice.
Is he practicing though?
He's at practice catching passes.
Okay.
So if he's back, I feel like that's a very big deal.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, is Marvin Harrison going to play?
That's not a deal I care about either way.
Well, I feel like it hurts the Arizona offense if
Probably,
he's out there.
You're right. It's probably
They've been better with
subtraction by addition because Michael Wilson is the guy. It just have Jacoby Brissett drop back 45 times, have him hit Michael Wilson and Trey McBride in garbage time.
What?
The problem is it's always in garbage time.
What is this offensive staff doing that they failed to unlock this until almost?
Well, but also, I mean, is any of it real? Because if they were playing competitive games, would this be as easy as it looks for this? It's not like they're.
I agree with you in some sense, but they're doing it consistently. They're consistently racking up garbage stats.
But the Cardinals defense last 6 games, 4 games where they've allowed 40 points or more. Now do you feel good about taking Kirk Cousins as a road favorite?
No,
right?
Negative.
Do you like that, Ryan?
You like that?
No.
Like that?
But this Cardinals, I mean, Atlanta has shown an ability to get stops and create turnovers on the defensive side. Is their defense good? No. On the offensive side, they've shown the ability to move the ball, and Kirk Cousins has shown a legit connection with Kyle Pitts. I mean, and Cardinals have not been good against the tight end. David Sills has kind of been there, and Bijan Robinson versus his Cardinals defense is going to destroy them. And Paris Johnson, left tackle for the Cards. It looks like he didn't practice today. I think that's been a big thing. So this is crazy, but I will take Atlanta laying 2.5. I just can't take Arizona under any circumstance. Anytime I've taken them for the most part this season, I've regretted it. And I think as crazy as it is to take the Falcons as a road favorite, they are coming off extra rest. They do seem to be rallying around Kirk there a little bit.
This job interview, Sean. I mean, I know he's under contract.
I mean, I hate taking Raheem Morris off a big win on prime time.
Feeling confident.
None of that's good. But this Arizona defense, I can't. As someone I was on them last week, and I thought maybe they would catch the Texans sleeping. No, it was the exact opposite. They were the ones sleeping. Like they were the ones who just had no chance in that game.
They did put up a lot of points against the Texans defense.
Well, they allowed a lot again.
Well,
that's part of their key. That's part of their secret.
Yeah, I don't like. Obviously, I don't like the point spread and what it's telling us. But yeah, give me Atlanta.
Always lay the 2.5 with the Atlanta Falcons. Kramer also on the Atlanta Falcons.
It does seem like Kirk Cousins finishing the year with a bunch of wins they don't even have their own draft pick. So they're just trying to make sure the Rams don't have a good pick, but Cousins 100% finished the season strong and puts the, who's starting on week 1 next year?
For who? The Falcons? Oh man, that's tough. I mean, Michael Penix his legs seem in really bad shape. Kirk Cousins,
they do. I mean, obviously Cousins' contract, it goes for a couple
Kyler
more
Murray.
Years. My God.
Oh no. I mean,
Tua?
really, if we're being honest, Jameis, bring Jameis.
Jameis is under contract.
No, they're going to get rid of him.
He's under contract for $4 million.
New head
They're not
coach.
getting rid of him.
Nah, you know how they do in New York. They
100%.
They get rid of Giants.
You're not getting rid of Jameis. Jacksonville. heads to Denver to take on the Broncos. Probably game of the day. One of the games of the day. Certainly in the AFC. 125 kick on the West Coast. Game 2 in the late window. Broncos laying 3 -165 on the money line. Jags plus 145. 47 is the total. So this is the game. I mean, I think this is, in some ways, the Broncos don't need this game.
In what way is that?
Well, the division,
but they're playing for the number one seed,
which they are still 2 games up on. The Broncos also, certainly they're going to be locked into this game. But if they lose this game, they're still in very, very good shape. Jags can lose this game and then lose control of their own division, even if they win out. If the Texans win out, Jags don't have tough games after this. They play the Colts and the Titans.
I mean, Jags are playing good football, but this is this Denver Broncos team at home in December at elevation. Very good defense, but more importantly, very good offensive line. Bo Nix is playing a very good football. I've been high on this Broncos team the entire season. Like I said, coming into I've identified it earlier on. They play up to the competition. They play down to the competition. Oh, Green Bay Packers coming to town. Big game. We'll play our best. Jacksonville Jaguars coming in town. Number 1 seeds on the line. You're going to see good football from this Denver Broncos team. And I mean, this is handicapping 101. You got a Florida football team going to Mile High in December. No, thank you. This is the Broncos all day. And shout out to the Jacks. They've been playing very good football. Glad I was on there over in the win total. I didn't have as high of ceiling as Kramer did, having them win the AFC, but certainly they're in the mix. But the Broncos just in the trenches, I think are a better team than this Jags team right now. And shout out to the Jags. Again, they've been playing well. Liam Cohen's been putting up some good stuff. This is just a bridge too far for this Jags team. This is just too much for them. They're not as good as this Broncos team, especially at home. The Broncos are going to show you why they should be the number 1 seed, why they got a real chance at winning the AFC. Give me the Broncos. Kramer, why are you on the Jags? I'm going to get a cocktail while you talk Jags.
It does seem like Bo Nix plays good game, then Bo Nix plays not good game. Jags offense locked in. More locked in than we've seen from Trevor Lawrence. I mean, legitimate MVP candidate, Trevor Lawrence. Probably not really this year, but he needed to start this first use of crescendo in the show a couple weeks earlier. I would say that the concerning thing for the Jags is the defensive line. They're a little banged up on the defensive line, but the way the offense is playing, the way that they've been putting up points, granted on lower caliber defenses.
Yeah, good point.
Gives me confidence that they'll be able to do something here. And I like their defense enough. Again, I was shocked last week to see what Bo Nix did. I don't expect.
Why is that? Why was I still don't understand why that was shocking.
What do you mean? The Packers defense has been very good all year.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix beat them with a lot of like conventional passing stuff that he doesn't like. He was ripping stuff down the seam, stuff that he's not always like completely on point with. And I thought you don't often see Bo Nix make that many big boy throws in a game. A lot of it is gimmicky, schemed up stuff from Sean Payton. So I think Trevor Lawrence shows the world. Liam Cohen shows the world why he's a coach of the year. Should be the coach of the year favorite after this game. And Trevor Lawrence dives into the MVP race with back-to-back 6 touchdown games.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because he would need
Stafford to lose on
Stafford
Thursday.
to lose and Josh Allen to lose to the Browns. I think would really help his case.
Yeah, maybe that Josh Allen. Josh Allen can lose to the Eagles next week.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to hurt.
If Trevor Lawrence is the 1 seed, they win out.
Oh, maybe.
Mamma mia.
I think he needs
Mamma mia.
Josh Allen to lose to the Browns.
I think the most likely outcome is that Stafford is in the way because he has the counting stats and likely to be the 1 seed per our prognostication. All right. So final answer, you're going to stick with your Broncos. You're going to believe this week.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been on the Broncos all season coming into the season. What has really changed? Why would I get off now? Give me the Broncos laying the 3. Kramer on the Jags +3.
One of us is going to have a good week. One of us is not going to have a good week.
Why do you say that?
We have a lot of not.
No, we both agree on the Vikings -3. That's going to be a lock.
You're not actually going to lock that up. Pittsburgh.
I might.
0% chance you're going to lock up JJ McCarthy.
Why not? I should have locked it up last week.
Steelers head to Detroit to take on the Lions. Not that Tomlin's not going to have this team ready for this game, but they don't 100% need to win this game. If they lose this game, it really doesn't change what they have to do.
Really?
Obviously, if we talked about this earlier, if they win it, they can lock things up before they even play the Ravens. So obviously,
and then you would be able to get a bye, which would be huge for a guy like Aaron Rodgers.
Certainly. By bye, you mean rest when you play the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Lions, meanwhile, a little bit, also probably in more desperation mode, laying the touchdown -320 on the money line, +265 for the Steelers. 52 is the total. I'm just saying, in terms of the goal to win the division, the Lions beating them doesn't defeat them or change their ability to go win that division.
Yeah.
And frankly, this is a bad match. This is a great spot in some ways for Tomlin because you're getting Tomlin as a dog, but this is also a horrible spot.
Yeah, he hasn't been good as a big dog. As
on the turf.
Yeah,
Speed
Steelers
kills.
usually not in the dome. Steelers a older team, playing on a short week. Lions off a loss. They've been very good. 19-12-1 straight up, 23-9 ATS.
Aaron Rodgers has played well in this building.
Yeah,
historically.
Yeah, it's weird, and Lions just keep. They've had 10 games in a row where they've alternated wins and losses. The problem is, can I trust the Detroit Lions laying 7 points with the way their defense has been playing? That's really where I get hung up here. Like, this Lions defense has been playing very bad, and a lot of it's probably due to injuries. But I mean, when was the last time the Lions had a good game defensively? They let up 41 to the Rams. They let up 30 to the Cowboys. They let up 31 to the Packers. They let up 27 to Jameis Winston was carving up this Lions team.
Oh, it's Jameis.
Well, yeah, and some would argue best quarterback on the Giants roster right now, but I mean, the only one who didn't have a good game offensively was the Eagles against this team. Every other team has kind of had their way with this Lions defense, and that was even before some of the Brian Branch injury. I know we love Lions off a loss. I know Tomlin as a dog this big is tough, but man, I think I got to take the Steelers here, catching 7. It feels like the sharp side is going to be the Lions, maybe, but I don't know, Ryan. Where's the money at with this one?
60-40.
Okay,
nothing crazy. Let's see what the circus doing. I would this 36% of the bets, but 81% of the action on the Steelers plus the touchdown. My concern is that the Steelers won't be able to beat this defense the way that they've been.
But I think they could, because I think DK Metcalf could have a big game. I think if you don't have Brian Branch, this 3 tight end offense, who's tackling Darnell Washington in open space? Who's tackling Kenny Gainwell? Like, the kind of bullshit offense the Steelers have been running, where it's a lot of yak in open space, and you're pressuring the safeties and the linebackers. That's been the biggest weakness for this Lions defense. I'm not going to overthink it and get caught up. We just watched Pittsburgh dominate Miami in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't want to overvalue what I saw there. Give me Detroit. I'm not overvaluing. I saw that Lions defense, and It's bad
against the Rams.
Okay, but when was the last time they played good defense?
They play it. They haven't really. I'm just saying. I'm.
That's
willing,
why I don't think you can lay 7 with a team that can't play good defense. So give me the Steelers +7. Kramer's on the Lions.
I'm willing to bet that the Steelers struggled. I mean, they're how many of those? What was it like? 1.4 average air yards per pass from Aaron Rodgers. It's just a lot of check. Like I feel like the Lions have been getting shredded down the field, and I'll bet against the Steelers.
I mean, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum had big games.
Yeah, and I think the Rams have a much better offensive line and running scheme. I think a lot of the damage that Kenny Gainwell did was in the passing game. He had like what 7-8 catches against the Dolphins.
I think he could do that against this Lions team. I love Kenny Gainwell receiving yards.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay it. Also, great teaser. Like, you stay tuned to later in the show. Game 4 in the late window. Raiders.
I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson had 9 for 156.
Yes.
Against this Lions defense.
Yeah, that's.
I'm told he's not a starting caliber receiver.
No, he's a slot receiver. What are you talking about? Who's saying that?
No, I Giants fans say they don't have a receiver on the roster.
Okay. Raiders, Texans laying 14.
CJ bottom line bombs pointing out Tomlin doesn't win 3 in a row. It's in his contract. Yeah, this does feel like a backdoor lose and not cover for the Lions.
Texans laying 2 touchdowns, -1100 on the money line, +725 for the Raiders. 38 is the total. At what point do they fire Pete Carroll? Is it just
after the end of the season?
After the season.
Yeah, I don't think anyone there's not much. The Raiders fan base, it's not like they have a lot of local media pressure in Vegas. No one cares. And the Raiders fans, they're just fans of dressing up and doing crystal meth on their motorcycle and their Darth Vader helmet. They don't really follow the team and care about who's on the team. I mean, when you're wearing a fighter pilot mask with dark shades onto the game, you don't care who's the coach. You just show up because it's the Raiders game. It's the thing to do. Your gorilla mask is making its way to the game one way or the other. You're not going to protest. They don't care. So there's no pressure from the fans. So there's probably no urgency to fire him. Someone needs a coach's team. Why not Pete Carroll? Now, the only thing you could talk yourself into is the Raiders are not a close your eyes special. Obviously, they're kind of close as they didn't underperform the spread by 21 points. They lost 31-0, but they were getting 12 points or 11.5, depending on what number you got.
There may be other programs trying to push a false narrative that the Raiders are a close your eyes special. Be careful out there. Be careful.
Now, again, the only nugget I could have that would talk me into the Raiders is teams coming off a shutout, 5-0 ATS this season since 2015, 35-17. I mean, the Raiders only had 75 net yards. I know many thought that would be a Kenny Pickett revenge game and that he would be getting into the end zone and lighten up this Eagles defense.
He didn't want revenge.
No, he did not. He was not. Geno full practice. I think Geno Smith is back, which can't tell if that's good or bad. Geno Smith against this Houston Texans defense, and the Texans, they showed an ability to put away an inferior opponent there against the Cardinals. Dalton Schultz, I think, could have a good game. The Raiders struggled against the tight ends. You saw Dallas Goedert had a nice game. Colton Miller, do you think he plays? Do we care? I mean, this is kind of crazy that the Texans are 14-point favorites and the total is sitting at 38. I mean, the Raiders team total is like 12 points.
Well, I mean, what would if we use last week as the model?
Yeah,
it works. It slides in, right? How many points did the Eagles score?
I know they 31, and I know because
how many points? Did the Raiders score?
My dad was on the over 37.5. He actually got a good number, and that goal line stand by the Raiders. He was really upset they didn't hit the Eagles in the over. That's my dad's bet every
are we
week.
Worried about how hurt the Texans are?
How worried are we?
Well, we have multiple defensive backs missing practice. We have multiple defensive linemen, linebackers.
No, they're certainly banged up, and
Trent Brown.
this could be a letdown spot. But man, god damn, does it feel bad just having money on the Raiders?
I tend to agree.
I mean, the real play here is just Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals because they're going to be settling for field goals left and right.
Do we just 2 touchdowns, Sean?
Yeah, I'm taking the Texans just because I refuse to bet on this Raiders and Pete Carroll team. I know you enjoyed the ride that was last week, Ryan, when you played them.
I'll
against
take the Raiders
Eagles.
again.
Okay.
I mean the Texans. The Texans look good. They're very hurt. They're very banged up this week, though. We'll see. Maybe they'll get healthy by the time the 2 touchdowns in the NFL, Sean.
Yeah. I mean, you can say this. All this applies to last week. Again, maybe off the shutout.
Only 11, and I had less conviction.
Okay, give me the Texans laying 14. You were pretty fired up about your Raiders. You liked your Kenny Pickett props. I just don't. I think the Raiders could get shut out again. This offense is horrible. The offensive line's so bad.
They are bad. This is
Jeanty has no room to run. He might be good. I have no idea if Ashton Jeanty is good.
What is it they say? It's a mathematical play.
I'll say this: there's a world where the Texans cover this game without scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
15-0. Calling it.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, the idea that the Houston offense comes out and looks a little stagnant wouldn't be the craziest thing. All right. I mean, again, everyone's hurt. It would be easy to look past this Raiders team. Sunday night.
But again, though, you could say the same. I had that same handicap for the Texans last week.
A little bit. They weren't as banged up though. They didn't have all.
It's true.
A ton of the injuries were sustained in that game. I mean, Woody Marks. They're rolling out. They're getting pretty deep.
And maybe they're looking ahead to the Chargers. And again, it's 14 points. But I'm not doing the Raiders. The Raiders, the Titans, you could have them. No thanks.
Who knows what Pete Carroll's up to. Asking a lot of we got to get Pete Carroll on more questions than answers.
Yes.
Sunday night football, Patriots, Ravens. I was saying to you earlier in the office, I have so many memories of the Patriots and the Ravens playing. It's odd to me they've only played 3 games in the past 10 seasons. Ravens -3, Ravens -3, -215, +185 for the Patriots. 48 is the total.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
This is a very troubling number. I understand why the Ravens have been one of those sticky teams in the market, and I kind of understand why they're laying points.
I
here.
don't.
Well, I think they're laying points because of what just happened to the last 2 quarters of the Patriots, mixed with the fact that you have some level of desperation expectation here with Lamar and the Ravens. And the idea is that they're going to be able to move the ball on offense, and that Drake May and the offensive line issues. I mean, look, the reason they had those 2 touchdowns in that game were him using his legs. You look at the Trevion Henderson rushes, nice plays, but one was kind of a broken play off of a run to the right, 50 yards later, bang. It was a couple explosive plays, I guess is my point. Drake May, a couple broken plays. The offensive line, all in all, did not play well in the end. That was the reason the Bills were able to get back in the game. And I think the Ravens will be able to attack that as well. I think, it won't be as glorious as the Daniel Jones collapse, but I've kind of been waiting for that. What was the stat you threw out at me earlier about Drake May? I just slowly there's going to be a game where he has a little implode in him, I think. And we just haven't seen it yet. And I didn't have a dream about it, but I have a strange feeling it's this game against the Ravens in a game that doesn't make sense, because the Patriots on paper are so much better than this Ravens team.
Yeah, no, I I disagree. Give me the Pats. I think Vrabel is a dog. Vrabel off a loss. Pats off a loss. They've shown up. They've only lost 2 games. They've showed up, or 2 games before the loss to the Bills. They've showed up in both spots, get the win and the cover. Mike Vrabel historically has been great off a loss, and I feel like James Cook they're a little bit of an outlier as far as their the Bills' ability to run on the Pats. I think they're going to be able to slow down the Ravens offense. And I think the Ravens, that was a nice win against the Bengals, but I don't know if they're going to be able to replicate that. And I certainly don't think they should be favored against this New England team. And Drake May, I mean, for obviously the second part of that second half of that game, sure, but I do think he's going to bounce back, and I do think he's going to be good in the spot. And I know Lamar looked a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm still not completely sold. He's missing. I assumed he didn't practice today, Ryan.
Had a flu or something. I don't know.
Doesn't
matter.
Lamar is just not right. I'm with the NASCAR gambling podcast own Cody Zeeb. Pats are the easy play. No, this is. I still think this Pats team is a pretty good team. They lost to a very motivated Bills team. They had a nice lead. They blew it. This is when you bounce back the next week versus a team like the Ravens who blew out a division opponent. You said for the Steelers, oh, hey, they don't really need this game. Wouldn't that kind of apply to this Ravens team?
Well, they're behind in the race. And so it's like them.
They don't really need it though, Ryan.
Well, them losing this game unlocks the scenarios where the game they have against the Steelers doesn't matter. So I guess from that angle, they need.
Yeah, but the Steelers are going to lose, so it won't matter. They'll already know this game doesn't matter.
The Patriots are 1 notch behind the Bills according to DVOA in defense. I think that's the story here. They just the Lamar. Maybe Lamar in the passing game get going. We saw certainly some nice throws down the field.
No.
I mean, New England has gotten plummeted all the way to 27th against the pass DVOA. I certainly think, and I think on the other side of the ball with the offensive line, with the left tackle still out, and Drake May. His tendency to want to make the big play. I think we could, again, we're waiting to see that kind of big mistake. I like the Ravens to show up here at home. Is this a primetime game in Baltimore? Black jerseys will be worn. They don't lose with the black jerseys. Lay the points with the Ravens.
Oh, you're back on your Ravens stuff.
Yeah. Well, in this game I am. Now, it may seem like it's related, but it's merely coincidental that I'm picking the scenario for the Jags to still be alive for the 1 seed this week. So it's not related, but it's related.
Monday, it's 100% related.
It's
you're jagging off. Give me the Pats +3. Kramer, this is Vrabel off a loss. Vrabel is a dog.
I've been having some thoughts about Vrabel. I'm not willing to say them out loud yet, but
what are your thoughts?
They rhyme with schmover baited.
How's he overrated? They're
doing great because they're with the top of the market. Everyone, we got to sell. No,
that's just your stock. That's your high. Liam Cohen Coach of the Year thoughts coming in.
That's a coach. That's a coach.
Right. I'm trying to be an unbiased handicapper, and you're making us look foolish.
There is a banner. I meant to tell you this earlier. There is a banner outside of our office right now that says artisanal shuck. You need to get a picture of it. San Francisco heads to Indy on Monday Night Football. They made all this hoopla about the ability to flex. We can flex games now.
Monday night games,
and they don't flex this one.
Well,
this is how you know the media is full of shit. Now they just want to run all their fucking Phillip Rivers stories. Niners -6.5.
I mean, who are guys watching Monday Night Football? It's guys in their mid 40s. All the advertisers are loving this. Oh, hey, boner pills, beer, everything, all the stuff. Guys in their mid 40s, it's relatable. Yeah, I mean, guys like Decker are going to be locked into this game.
-6.
And I have not talked to Justin. I don't know if he's going to Indy for this game. I mean, he might.
Man, that would be pretty amazing. San Francisco is laying 6.5 -280 on the money line. Colts +235. 46.5 is the total. I've already used the word once, so I'll try not to say it here. But the Niners do. It does seem like Brock Purdy is healthier. The Pearsall injury was tough, but it seems like this team is rolling in the right direction. And while I know the defense isn't what it's been in the past, it doesn't need to be this week. The 1 game bump of Phillip Rivers. I mean, the advanced numbers weren't super kind to him, and he did look fat like Madden made him, and he does it. There's no way this works for another week. They were hanging on by it was great game plan last week, but I thought the defensive line for the Colts won that game. I don't think they win the game here against the Niners. And this is a tremendously bad spot to put yourself in, laying 6.5 points with the Niners. But I think they can just continue to roll. I might be picking up a Niner future this Friday at the Circa. I'll say that.
That is a disgusting
Get ahead of it
act.
because they're obviously going to win this game. So
I disagree. I think give me the Colts. This is a Colts offense that still has Jonathan Taylor. DeForest Buckner's been good at helping the Colts defense slow down opposing teams' running games, and they just went toe to toe with the Seattle Seahawks offense on the road. Now you're at home. You give Phillip Rivers another week to prepare, another week to get into shape.
Buckner revenge game too. He played
DeForest Buckner revenge game. And yeah, I get the 49ers. They can load up the box against Jonathan Taylor, but this 49ers defense, they let up a decent amount of points there against the Titans. Titans were able to move the ball. Pollard had a good game. I think Jonathan Taylor could have a good game. And to your point, Ryan, the 49ers have been on a crazy roll. This is a classic look ahead spot for the 49ers. They got a massive game at home against the Bears next week. The 49ers, to me, they haven't beaten anyone to warrant being a 6.5 point non-conference road favorite. That's the hardest thing in the NFL to do, is cover as a non-conference favorite, especially I've been listening to you talking about desperate teams. This Colts team is back against the wall, win and they're done. We got Phillip Rivers crying in front of his high school football team's pizza party. This is the complete empty the bucket game. And the 49ers don't have that same level of urgency. They're kind of stuck in this, hey, we're going to be the wild card. We don't have a chance at the 1 seed or 2 seed. We're probably out. I mean, technically I guess they're in the mix for the division, but it does feel like it's going to go to either whoever wins Rams Seattle. So I don't think their urgency is there. I'm going to take the more desperate team at home. Give me the Indianapolis Colts here as a 6.5 point dog.
Yeah, good luck with that. Not really. I think the Niners will be able to put up some points here. I think that you see the.
But you didn't like what you saw Colts defense recently or in general?
I mean, we kind of laid it out in the Seahawks, the Thursday night game, but I think the Seahawks offensive line being decimated allowed the Colts defensive line to take over that game. I don't know if they're going to have.
Place is going to be lit.
That kind of easy.
Guys like Decker coming in from all over town.
Is it going to be lit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know that to be true.
No, it's going to be lit. Monday night home dog.
Yeah, I guess the beginning of the. We were trying to figure out if the Colts could be eliminated this weekend. It seems like they can't, but maybe they can.
They're eliminated if they lose this game.
Basically, they are. Lay it, and I think
no.
I think that the Niners are in just as much desperation. They got to keep winning. They're not 100%.
Colts are very desperate.
They're both desperate. Brock Purdy and that offense has looked good. I know you're not a Niners guy.
No, I think the Niners are a bit fugazi.
Crescendo. Fine, I'll say it. They're crescendoing.
You already used your crescendo earlier.
I had to use it again
when talking about the Jags.
Well, that's the game
the
I'm
Niners,
looking forward
to. The Niners
to
are
most.
beating up on bums. The Titans, the Browns, the Panthers, the Cardinals. Oh, when they played a real team like the Rams, they got their ass kicked.
The Colts are just losing.
What do you mean they're losing?
You're making fun of the Niners wins.
Yeah.
And I'm just pointing out that the Colts are losing.
It's gonna be a gutty performance by Phillip Rivers. Love the.
Do you think he gets injured?
Well, I mean,
he narrowly avoided injury.
You wish injury on.
No, I don't. But he narrowly avoided injury last game when he recovered a fumble and then thought it was a good idea to get up, start running, realized it was a bad idea, got back on the ground.
Concussion doctors have given him a green light, Ryan. They got bigger fish to fry. Jaxson Dart, he's ruining the league. We got to stop him somehow. He's won 2 games. We gotta have a league-wide conspiracy theory to stop Jaxson Dart.
So now you're saying they're not handling it different.
No.
Okay.
I'm agreing with you. The league is out to get Jaxson Dart. There's a league-wide conspiracy. He's gotten too powerful.
There's no conspiracy. There's just they're just
clearly
they're just deploying the special spotters to the game.
Yeah. Some would say that's a conspiracy.
I mean, it's called data. It's clear. It's clear and present.
All right. Time for everyone's favorite lock, dog, and tease.
Happy birthday.
Brought to you by Kalshi. Promo code SGPN. Trade in all 50 states and get a $20 bonus for new traders. Kalshi. Promo code SGPN. Kramer, do you want to go first, or would you like me to go?
Did you go first last week?
I don't think so. I think you went first.
Possibly true. I did feel like you stole Chicago from me last week, but all right.
Okay. You want me to go first then?
Sure.
All right. We got 3 locks, a dog.
It's unlikely we have the same lock this week, I think.
Yeah. Very different. All right. Let's see. Lock number 1. Give me the Los Angeles Rams. Seattle sucks. Sam Darnold sucks. I'm going to feel pretty good about that. Give me lock number 2, Denver Broncos. At home, in elevation, going up against a Florida team. Sorry, Ryan. I appreciate your love of the Jags, but the Jag off stops here. And lock number 3. Consider the Cleveland Browns +10. This is a game where they always seem to show up, but give me the New England Patriots +3.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
Whoa.
And for my money line dog. It's interesting. There's not a lot of juicy dogs this week. I mean, Browns are 4-1. Let's see.
You got your Steelers. Raiders are 7-1.
Raiders are 7-1.
You like the Panthers?
I do.
That's a small.
You know what?
dog.
Give me the Steelers on the money line +265. It's a nice juicy money line. For my tease, give me Texans down to 8. Give me. I guess I don't need to. Putting Cleveland up to 16 probably insane. Give me the Panthers +9. And Ross, give me. Sorry, I was doing my. Right, I forgot to tell you about the new faucet I installed, courtesy of West Shore Homes. Have you ever heard about long teasers?
Be careful, people like that program.
Cox.
Give me the Chargers up to 8. Also a potential lock. I don't know what I would. Yeah, well, I'm gonna stick with the Rams. Rams are a better team. Or do I switch in the Chargers, Ryan? Chargers or Rams?
For a teaser?
No, for a lock.
Oh. Both are good. What are you worried about? You're worried about the Rams? Usually when you fire a Thursday night, you do it supremely confident.
All right. I'll stick with the Rams.
Are you not confident?
No, I'll stick with the Rams. Kramer, what do you got?
Lock. This is going to be awkward. Lock number 1. I'm going back to the Bengals because we're fading.
I do like the Bengals.
Lock number 2. Give me the. Do I want to save that for my dog? I think I will. Lock number 2. Give me the Baltimore Ravens -3.
Wow. It's a bad lock.
Lock number 3. Give me the San Francisco 49ers -6.5.
So all favorites. All right.
Dog, Tennessee.
Titans. Okay. I mean,
Jags have been doing just fine, not being on the card, so I don't create any problems.
You love the Jags so much you don't want to jinx them. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Teaser. Let's get the Raiders up to 20. I'm just kidding. Don't put that on my card. Jets plus 10.5. That's serious.
Do like the Saints too. The 4.5 is it's like a hair high.
Bills -4. Chargers +8. That's how you do it. Oh, wait a second. Can we do more? I got Detroit there too. No, I'll leave that alone.
All right. Time for our circa million card. So let's put on the Bengals -4, Rams at a pick.
Oh no, we got
2 plays we agreed upon of our locks.
So we can't play Jacksonville. Can't play Baltimore.
I mean,
what do we even agree on? Do we
like
agree on
Chicago.
5 games this week?
I like Chicago.
Give me Chicago. That's fine. Look at that.
Vikings were close to a lock. I assume you like them.
I mean,
or that was just your shot at the league.
I think we like the Chargers and the Falcons more.
I like the Chargers. We can put the Chargers in there.
All right, so
feel pretty good about the Vikings, but you don't want the Vikings.
Well, put them on. Put them on.
Let's see.
You like the Vikings or the Falcons more? Because we only agree on 6 games. 1, 2.
Who do I like
3,
more as a
4,
road favorite? JJ McCarthy or Kirk Cousins?
Cousins, easy. Cousins in the desert. That's where old guys go.
All right, Ryan.
It's good for the joints.
Because I know you're in it in a bad way with the league coming after you. I'll give you the Falcons.
Oh no, I'm sure not. No, 9 will put on a performance.
I mean, Ryan, you will feel bad when JJ McCarthy wins, but I don't need to rub it in.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you predict the Vikings are going to win and cover, and as do I, and you're going to
put them on the card then.
Okay.
I asked you if you like Atlanta or Minnesota.
I'll go with Atlanta. I like Atlanta better.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to be angry. You're angry enough.
Well, I'm not angry at all.
No, clearly. Listen to the show. Is Ryan angry at all?
Not angry at all.
Calmer than you are, dude.
Pointing out a very obvious thing that you're choosing to not see because it's funnier for you to not see it.
Bengals -4. Rams are a pick. Bears are a pick. Chargers +2. Falcons -2.5.
That's a bad.
We got a tip, Ryan, from the YouTube chat because you guys talked about Jaxson Dart being concussed. He has entered the NFL's concussion protocol. Well, appreciate you sending that in, Nate Dog.
The low bar.
Appreciate everyone tuning in as always, telling a buddy, getting them in on the Sports Gambling Podcast. Bunch of great shows here on SGPN. You can download all of our podcasts, all of our shows in one convenient app with the SGPN app. Get it wherever you get your apps. We're going to be back tomorrow afternoon, hanging out with our buddy CJ, talking NFL props, week 16.
We'll be back before that, Sean.
Yes, and an earlier show talking college basketball picks with Colby Dant. Appreciate everyone sending in the questions, answering all the questions, comments over on Spotify. While you're there, toss us 5 stars, and of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Greenies, Ryan,
free Jackson,
Jaxson Kramer. Let it ride.
I'm wet. I want better fucking execution.